Yo, 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 yo. Um, oh, 19 views. What the heck? Hmm. New record. Cool to see. Cool to see. Um, Today we had news 10. It was 9 a.m., but it was at 10. Fed chairman or new Fed chairman. What's his name? Kevin Warsh. Warsh. Wait, Wash. No, Warsh. Kevin Warsh. For sure. Um, I watched a decent amount of it, but the first part was just super boring. And they got the Q&A, and then that was actually the interesting part, but then I ended up getting off. So, um, the biggest thing was like, oh, well, I can't be with, well, I can be in a trade, but I can't execute a trade 2 minutes before and after 10. So I was like, I could take one after, or I can just hit quick scout. And biggest thing was like, looking at this, the hourly draws were just stacked. Same thing on MES, but it wasn't as there's two instead of three. The third one's I guess further down. Um, but MEQ is also a lot closer. So I was like, okay, I could definitely beat the scalp. So close. As also with overall buy speed, London and Asian lows. So I was like, okay. Uh, Definitely could take reversal. So I was like, definitely could easily just be if we can manipulate 5 minute, 15 minute highs and take a short down there was what I was thinking. Hopefully this seems laggy. Hopefully it's not too laggy. But the main plan was like maybe go up here, sweep, maybe tap in this gap, and come back down. Market opens up. Oh, we actually get a SMT. Well, that's made equal. It doesn't matter because we want to build these highs. Bro, why is this so laggy? Okay, camera's not that laggy. Hopefully it's not too bad. Um, Jeez, bro, that's gonna suck. That is what it is. But swept this out and this is for a bear system G before taking out one of these lows. I was like, all right, I'm entering and holding down here. The only thing was that was obviously super close. Like it was only like 86 ticks, so I'd have to have. It'd be a quick scout, definitely. Um, but ended up not playing through. It was actually super volatile. I was like, it was like jumping like crazy. Um, and it low key dumping for a little bit, and then come back up. And I was like, there's a decent chance I could take a trade, but like I'm not trying to trade back into short when I have news in 15 minutes. It's not a whole lot. Never even closed bearish. I never really thought about it. It just kept going up. And at this point, I was like, yeah, probably no trade. We got news in 5 minutes. News did a whole lot of nothing because he wasn't talking. And then he just wasn't talking. So price kind of just did its own thing. I was like, bro, I wasn't even like watching the charts. But then, um, Q didn't break structure. MES did. We validated this gap. Got a retrace. Tapped into this gap. 15 minute. Or at a 15 minute S&T. There, honestly, because we already had a 15 minute S&T before this gap, you could have entered off 1 minute. Entering off this candle closure here would have not been crazy. But and it was already 10:30, and the guy wasn't like the news itself hasn't well it didn't like hit yet. So I was like, bro, I'm trying to take a trade when this guy could say something and then he goes crazy all of a sudden. That's just not within my trading strategy. But taking off, wait, what? Taking okay, good. I heard something weird through my mic. But taking a trade off this and then having my stop maybe above this gap or above that high would have not been crazy, and then would have hit as well. And just jumps. But like, see, like that, bro. Like if that would have stopped me out, probably would have. If I probably would have moved to break even. Yeah. So like maybe wouldn't have hit. Uh, but yeah, one thing technical for me, I think, is I shouldn't always move my stop to break even after the first TP because if there's like still gaps it can fill and go lower, like it should be where if it hits it, it's invalidated. So I'm going to work on being objective enough and seeing the market neutrally enough to know when to put it at break even, and if it's put it keep my stop loss and not put it at break even if there is even if after it hits first TP, if there's a chance I could retrace and still go lower. That was really poorly said, but overall no trade today. News tomorrow. Let's see what we got tomorrow. Nothing. Thursday. Nothing. Friday. Nothing. So good for the rest of the week. That's what we can do.